So you're probably clicking on this video wondering, what is this SMG AR all-in-one weapon that I'm talking about? And I can officially tell you it is the M13. So the M13, it had an update around a month ago from now, and it had a lot of stuff increased on it. It was buffed quite well, and it's still sitting under the M4, and roughly around the kilo sort of mark, in terms of how you would rate it out of the ARs. But it is incredibly versatile, and this is what I'm going to show you in this video. So first of all, it is an AR, but I'm going to show you how to make it into a good AR and a good SMG. So this is first the SMG class that we're going to look into right now. I've clicked on the wrong bit. So to make it into the SMG class, obviously you want it lightweight, you want it compact. You want to be able to get around the map with it very quickly with a good fire rate. This weapon does have a very good fire rate as a stock weapon with no attachments on it, and I think that's why it makes for a very good SMG. But as an SMG, like this class I have set up here, I would definitely put it on par with like the MP7. I don't think it's as good as the MP5, but it's a very good versatile weapon. So we'll go into it. The barrel is the Tempest Mini. This is because the ADS speed and the movement speed is very good on it, using the mini barrel. They do have three types of barrel, which is basically short, medium, and long. We use the short one obviously because we want a nice, compact, lightweight weapon. Some people use optic instead of sleight of hand. I will just say that, but I don't believe this weapon needs an optic as an SMG. Maybe as an AR, but you'll see that later. But right now, I don't think it needs it as an optic, so we will not even worry about that at all. So going to the stock. No stock, I think, is a very good option if you're going to be in ground war and stuff. Maybe you might want to put a stock on it, because it'll be like really long range gunfights. But as like me, I'm a hard point domination kind of player. No stock is absolutely fine because it gives you the movement speed, the ADS speed, and the recoil reduction, and the cons of the recoil and the aim stability are that small that you don't even notice them hardly on such small maps. So that is not an issue. So no stock is perfect for that. Again, I use sleight of hand basically on every single weapon I use because I think it's so key in the gameplay that I play, which is like hardpoint domination. I'm a very aggressive player. The stipple grip tape. The stipple grip tape again does ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. These are both very important things as well, especially the ADS speed again, getting that gun up really quick, and then the sprint to fire speed works as well because you get that gun up quick and you can shoot it as quick as you get it up. So yeah, that's absolutely perfect. And then commando foregrip. I think this is the most foregrip, the most underbarrel used attachment out there. Like literally, I think this attachment kicks on every gun. So then that just pulls back up the recoil stabilization and the aim and stability that you lost in the previous one. Again, you could probably adjust this, just as you could use an optic if you really don't like the optic sight. But that is how to make this weapon an SMG. I will just get rid of myself right here, so you can see that the mobility shoots up miles and the fire rate shoots up absolutely. The fire rate shoots up a little bit and the mobility just shoots up incredible amounts, with at the expense of a little bit of loss of control, range, and a tiny bit of accuracy. But these really aren't needed if you're making it into an SMG. You're obviously going to be playing fast, and if you're using an SMG, so what I don't see why you would need to have so much range. So now we'll go on to the AR version of it, which is this one. I'll get right into this. So we use the Tempest Marksman, which is the long range AR barrel, and this is because it does damage range. Obviously, you're going to want range if you're playing as an AR player. You're going to have more long range gunfights than you would if you were playing SMG style play. Bullet velocity and recoil control. So these are very important. It's at the loss of ADS speed and movement speed, but again, if you're playing AR, you're probably going to be sat back a little bit more than you would be if you was playing as an SMG. So we use the Tempest Marksman on that. We use the Optic Mini Reflex. Again, I use the sight is entirely up to you. Obviously, I use this because it's a very minimalistic sight. It doesn't get in the way. It's very, the iron sights are quite big. They're okay for using it as an SMG, but as an AR, I don't really like the iron sights because they are a little bit too big. So this is perfect, but again, you can either use anything, or if you're happy with it, then I probably recommend putting sleight of hand on. We got with the no stock again. For the movement speed and the ADS speed, I feel like any of the other stocks, although they do stuff, they always put the mobility down, and you still do want to keep some mobility because it's so important. Mobility is very important. Just for these one-on-one gunfights, you'll be able to get out of the way quicker, move quicker, and sort of try to strafe your way out of the bullets while shooting, just to make yourself a harder target. So I think no stock is perfect on that, and it doesn't kill the other stuff too much. I have just forgot to put myself back on. I do apologize. And then we'll go to the rear grip tape, which is the granulated. The reason that we use the granulated is for the aiming stability and aiming walk speed. The aiming walk steadiness, and this is because the aiming walk steadiness. Obviously, you're going to have your left trigger in a lot more. You're going to be aiming down sight a lot more. Due to it being a long-range weapon, you're probably going to be looking for those long-range gunfights. And the aiming stability, obviously, just because of the long-range gunfights, you're going to want a little bit more stability rather than just running and gunning. But again, some of these are very opinionated. You could do that one with recoil control and stuff, but I prefer that one just because it helps more with the aiming stability. And then finally, we have the Commando foregrip. Again, I think I use this grip on every single class. You could probably use the Merc as well, but that does hip fire accuracy, which isn't as useful. And I know people do use the Ranger as well because it does pretty much the same. But everyone does their own thing. But I use the Commando foregrip on every single one. So these two classes I've shown you now are absolutely perfect. They're amazing. Again, this probably isn't as good as the M4. But I would say it's very close behind the M4 as an AR, and I would say it's probably on par with like an MP7 if it's an SMG. So it absolutely kicks if you have the right attachments on it and you use it in the correct way. But that is it from me. Let me know if you've used these classes, what you think about them, what you would change if you would change anything. I personally think they're pretty perfect, especially this class. The long range class is amazing. Again, the SMG class is still incredible, but it's not as good as the best SMG. Whereas this, I would probably put it on par with or just under the M4 personally. But maybe it's just the way I play. But I really do appreciate everyone coming along. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it has helped. Be sure to go in the description, check out my links, including my Discord, Twitter, and Instagram. I'd really appreciate that. I stream on Twitch from 2 PM daily, so I'd love to see you there to see me using these weapons, full of tips and tricks and absolute fun. So, without further ado, I will see you next time. Take care, and peace.